Zittel, ThaBoxingvoice.com, here with Paulie Malignaggi, probably the best analyst in boxing, former two-division champ. What's up, Paulie?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Well, did Canelo Alvarez's stock go up or down tonight, Paulie?
Listen, with a highlight reel knockout, I can't say it goes down. You know that's a statement way to end the fight. You know, so in the end, he wasn't looking good in the fight, but to end the fight that way, that's probably a lot of what people are going to talk about, and that's a positive for Canelo.
Did you see that punch coming, or did you think Khan was on his way to getting that decision?
Well, I thought Khan was boxing and winning easily. I thought he was clearly winning. And I was starting to wonder, because my prediction was Khan would have some good spots, but Canelo would break him down. And I was starting to wonder if that could happen, because Canelo's attack was not sustained enough. He couldn't land more than one shot at a time. So as the fight's wearing on, I'm starting to wonder, God, how's he going to weigh this guy down if he has nothing sustained? I mean, he can't land more than one shot at a time. There's no sustained attack, no sustained assault. Khan is doing pretty well avoiding the sustained assault, and he's boxing pretty well, and he's winning these rounds. You know, this is going to get tricky as the fight wears on if he doesn't at least wear Amir down a little bit. But then that's the power of Canelo Alvarez, a one-shot knockout. He didn't have to. He ended up not needing to wear him down. He just needed to land one shot on the button, and that was it.
Does that tell us anything about Gennady Golovkin, or simply no, because Khan's such a different style?
It's a different style of fight. I think we already knew that a little bit of movement will trouble Canelo. I mean, we saw the Mayweather fight, Alexander Lara fight, and now Amir Khan. But that's not the kind of fight he's going to get in Golovkin. The thing about Golovkin is he's got the kind of style that anybody's going to have trouble with, no matter whether you have trouble with movers or not. Right. Golovkin's not going to move it, but he'll still give you trouble. He's a tough guy to deal with.
Who do you lean towards in that future matchup, Canelo and Triple G?
You know, I lean towards Golovkin if the fight happens. They're two quality fighters. They're two very good fighters. But I lean towards Golovkin. You know, and Canelo is going to have the same issue Khan had tonight, in that, you know, it's a bigger guy he's fighting. Granted, Canelo's a pretty big guy when he does gain the weight overnight, but nonetheless, the firepower he's dealing with is now coming from the next weight class up. Whether he's fighting at middleweight or not, he's not fought any real middleweights, and Golovkin is going to be a powerful middleweight. So that you're dealing with firepower that's considered firepower in the next weight class up. So to you, it'll be extra firepower, just like Amir felt the extra firepower tonight, and that's something to deal with, you know. So it's much trickier. Anytime the guy's moving up in weight, he has to deal with it. He has to play chess a little bit more intelligently as he moves up.
Paulie, I saw what you saw. I saw Khan up 4-1 at least, maybe even 5-0.
I think you can make more of a case for 5-0 than you can for any scorecards with Canelo winning the fight. If you give me, you know, okay, a couple of rounds are close, you can give me more of a case for a 5-0 fight than you can for anything Canelo winning the fight. If you had Canelo winning the fight, you're a fucking scumbag, man. Let me tell you, you're a scumbag if you had Canelo winning that fight.
Well, what'd you think of two of the judges had him winning the fight?
Scumbag scorecards. That's it. I mean, let me tell you, if you're looking for a reason to give a guy a round, you'll find it somewhere. I mean, you got 3 minutes. You'll find your reason to give a guy a round somewhere. If all you're doing every round is looking for a reason to give a guy a round, in 3 minutes, he'll give you a reason. It doesn't mean you actually won the round, but if that's all you're looking for, instead of actually judging the round, is looking for a reason to give one guy a round, you'll make something up in your head to give him the round. It's just the way it is. And it's clearly what those two judges were doing.
You made a lot of money with Golden Boy, some big fights, won big fights with them, but are they being hypocrites because they said what Mayweather did was not right for boxing? He dictated the terms, and he only made the fight if he wanted to make it. It seems like maybe that's what's going on with Canelo now, or is that just the sport?
It's just a sport. Yeah, it's easy to say hypocrites and whatnot, but that's business. And you know, it's frustrating from a fan's perspective. It's frustrating, you know, as we sit out here as fans and want to see certain fights. Of course, it's frustrating. But that's just the business. When you're on the other side, you want to call it hypocrisy. You want to go, but then when you're in the same shoes, you know, you do the same thing.
Makes a lot more sense, right?
Yeah, you know, of course. And so it's difficult. You know, it's hard to point the finger and whatnot. I do feel bad for Golovkin, you know, because he wants to get all these guys in the ring with him, and he can't, you know, and you can't put a gun to people's head and say, yo, you better fight me. You know, Canelo recently pointed out the fact that he looked at Golovkin's last 10 fights, you look at his last 10 fights, and Canelo said, I fought the way better opposition. Of course you did. You represent more money. Golovkin represents less money and is even more dangerous. Unless you put a gun to these guys' heads, they're not going to get in the ring with Golovkin. So you can't fault a guy like that because nobody wants to fight him. And you're in the same position. You're not fighting him just like nobody else is fighting him. So you can't be I guess, hypocrite. You know, you can't do that. But of course, it's business. It's the way things get dictated. And you know, we'll see. Like I said, I have said I think Golovkin is going to have to bend in some ways in order to make this fight. I don't think Golden Boy and Canelo are just going to hand it over that way.
other site in the game could see the boxing voice.